Hi, Joe Marko here again. Today I'm going to give you a little bit of a education on our Schroth Quick Fit restraints, which are used for street cars, ideal for track days. We have two different models. The one to my far right is the Quick Fit, the standard Quick Fit, and as you can see it has the push button release in the center, very much like a standard passenger release. And the shoulder belts are sewn in to the left and the right of that. So there's a little bit of a separation between the shoulder belts. What makes the difference between the Quick Fit and the Quick Fit Pro, which is the one here you see with the cam lock, is that the shoulder belts are sewn in much closer to the center of the cam lock, which then allows the Quick Fit Pro to be used properly with a frontal head restraint or a head and neck device. Particularly with a Hans or a SHR Flex, it will work so that the shoulder belts will stay on the yoke or on the legs of the device properly while you're wearing it. Now, the basics of the Quick Fit system, a couple of things. First is that it's called a Quick Fit because it can be quickly installed or removed from the car. To install the device into the car, the only thing you have to actually physically install the first time is this one end piece, which is going to go either to the frame rail on the outside if it's on the driver's side, or to the seat if the belt is mounted to the seat. This will remain in the car. The rest of the belt will come out. In the back, which is at the rear lap belt, which is we call the D&E points, you'll have one piece like this that will bolt in along with your stock seat belt, and all that will stick up will be this little piece. Those two connectors are what will allow the Quick Fit or the Quick Fit Pro belt to be installed in your car in moments. It's going to basically, the rear tail strap, when you want to install the belt, you're just going to click it onto the tail that's installed. The other end, on both the driver's side, on both the lap belt and the shoulder belt, are designed to be clicked into the factory female receptacles. Now that's a big plus because the factory points, so this belt is now mounted to all of the factory points without interfering in any way with your stock seat belt. That's the whole point of the belt. So you can install it into a car, it's not going to be in the way. When you want to remove it, you just unclick it from all 4 points, and you can put the belt in the trunk of the car and your car is undisturbed. Now, the other factor of having the lap belt connect into the female receptacle is that by doing that, your seatbelt system recognizes that your lap belt or your shoulder belt is connected. Okay, by the factor that that's connected, that means it will allow your airbags to deploy at a lower level. So if you're wearing your seatbelt in your car, the airbag generally deploys at a fairly low level because it expects your restraint to do part of the protection. If you don't have a seatbelt plugged in and you're wearing it at all, then it deploys the airbag at a very intense level because it's assuming you're not wearing your seatbelt, so it inflates the airbag much faster and with much more force to be able to keep you back in the car. So by the fact that you're clicking the Quick Fit belt Pro or the standard into your factory female receptacle in the front at the lap belt, that's going to set the airbag to work properly, and it's going to sense that you're wearing a seatbelt. In certain cars, like most of the BMW models and Minis, the inboard female receptacle has what's called pretensioner. And what the pretensioner does is the pretensioner, under an impact, it will tighten that lap belt by an additional 2 inches. So it actually has a cord that it pulls back on, and with a pretensioner it shoots a charge which pulls that lap belt tighter. So we're taking advantage of the inherent safety systems already built into your car by utilizing the Quick Fit, either the standard Quick Fit or the Quick Fit Pro. Again, the main difference between the Quick Fit and the Quick Fit Pro is the Pro can be used properly with the standard frontal head restraint or head and neck restraint. Whereas the standard Quick Fit, because the shoulders are slightly separated, if you were to wear a head and neck restraint with the standard one, the shoulder belts would be slightly coming off the edge of the Hans. Now, one thing I didn't mention a moment ago is the main feature of this belt is its Asm Technology. What Asm stands for is anti-submarining mechanism. And what that is an extra folding of webbing on the inboard shoulder belt or on the right-hand shoulder belt. And that webbing fold is designed as a rip stitch. So in the event of a significant impact, it will release an extra 2 inches of webbing on the inboard shoulder and will allow my upper torso to rotate. And what that upper torso rotation works is on the rebound, my body is not in alignment and has less of a tendency to submarine. One more point that I want to mention. and this is something that I get asked many times, and that is, what happens in the event of a rollover? Okay, in the event of a rollover, when you have a 3-point belt on, by Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard, that belt must keep you fully upright in the seat. However, it's keeping you upright in the seat by holding one shoulder back. So if the car starts coming over, rotating over, what allows you to do is it allows you to rotate your upper body so it's possible that you can get your head out the window. In 99% of the rollover accidents, the majority of the injuries are by the head contacting the pavement or Armco or some other thing just outside the window, not from the roof coming down and crushing somebody, because the belt is going to hold you upright in any case. With a 4-point belt, you're going to be held not only upright, but you're also going to be held away from the window, so you're less likely to get your head outside the window. So it's going to give you the best benefit of that. Most rollovers that you see, the car will come down on an A-pillar, either the left side or the right side, and roll over. It's a very, very, very rare occurrence, less than 1% or half of 1%, where a rollover would come over and the car would flip totally upside down and come down flat, where there would be really any risk of the roof caving in. Another fallacy along that same line is that with the 3-point belt, there's no way that you can, in the event of a rollover, no matter how slow that rollover is move your body outside of the belt in order to get away from a roof coming down on you. A rollover, even at its slowest rate, is a minimum of 10 Gs. At 10 Gs, you certainly can't control yourself. When you're going around a corner at 1 G or 1.5 Gs, if you don't have a belt, you're bracing yourself with your knees and stuff. So there's a lot of information out there about rollovers and why you shouldn't use a 4-point belt. If you use a 4-point belt and you use it properly, and we'll give you another little video that you can check out on our website that shows you how to properly fit and adjust the belt. If you wear a belt properly, and we'll show you how to do that in the other video, you will be absolutely safer than what you would be with a standard 3-point belt, and it's optimized to work with all your safety systems. So that's an overview of the Quick Fit belt system. Appreciate your time. We have models of the Quick Fit for most models of BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, Mini, Ford Focus, Ford Fiesta, and Mustang. We're shortly coming out with one for the Jeep Wrangler. Thank you for your time today. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time.